Number one, facial contrast. Now this is a pretty big one right here and can really take things up a notch. Let's go ahead and look at Sebastian Stan, aka Winter Soldier, one of my favorite Marvel characters. Now it's not hard to tell that Sebastian obviously looks better with a shorter, more masculine hairstyle, right? This is because, as you can see, his face shape is slightly on the rounder side. So having that contrast of a rounder face paired with a more squared off, tapered, short hairstyle vastly improves his overall look, opposed to pairing his rounder face with a softer, more rounder hairstyle. And now on the opposite end of the spectrum, taking a look at Timothée Chalamet, I mean, yeah, he's got feminine features, but his face shape is definitely squared off, which is why short-haired Timothée isn't as favored as long-haired Timothée, simply because his square-like face shape paired with a more rounder, softer hairstyle creates contrast. Now, some rules can be broken, of course, and not everybody has to follow these strict guidelines. However, it is a good starting point for those of you who want to make the most of your personal look. Don't overdo your skincare products. Have a simple regimen. Now, by overly washing, overly applying, and just caking on all these different products and acne creams, you may be thinking you're getting quicker results, right? However, by overdoing anything like this, or even scrubbing extra vigorously, not only will you be completely stripping away your natural oils that are essential, but you'll also be causing immense irritation. And as I've said before in previous videos, irritation equals acne. And if you're looking just for something nice and easy to follow, here's a cool little system that makes things quite easeful. This is the face wash, the toner, and the lotion by Bulk Home. You apply these three products day and night and you'll be good to go. By the way, Bulk Home is today's sponsor, and today we got a huge discount for you guys. Bulk Home is a very popular and award-winning Japanese brand that's finally making its way here to the US. All their products are plant-based and they're designed for men, by men. They've actually got a pretty cool process that allows men to just keep their grooming routines nice and simple. Kicking it off with the face wash, their bestseller, as you'll see. Definitely the most thickest formula I've ever used. And when you apply this face wash into the bubble net, it maximizes the performance, creating a nice thick whipped foam. It feels amazing, and it's definitely an experience to say the least. Anyway, so what this does is it allows for a more gentle wash, reducing the friction against your skin, removing excess dirt and oil, clearing out all the clogged pores, all while locking in moisture. The next step is the toner. Now this helps revitalize, balance, and calm your skin. And whether your skin is super dry or even if it's really oily. I mean, if it's oily, this may actually mean you need to hydrate it better to actually improve it. And so the combo of both this toner as well as the lotion work hand in hand to resolve that issue. The lotion is a non-greasy formula that's rich and milky in texture, and it's designed specifically to nourish and improve your skin's elasticity. So if you wish to get yourself this easy 3-step program plus monthly refills of the face wash, toner, and lotion, right now you can get 50% off plus free shipping on your first order. Just click that link that I have for you down in the description below. And you'll also receive the bubble net as well. All this for $47.25, and then from the second order on, you'll get everything 15% off. It is a monthly subscription, however, you can cancel it. You can cancel or skip at any time. By the way, the reason why I'm recommending this brand, you guys, is because I know a lot of you don't want all these different skincare products just scattered around in your bathroom drawer. You want something that's just quick and easy to follow, yet that's very effective, right? So feel free to check out Bulk Home and get that huge discount today. Number 3, the chiseled face hack. Now, we've talked about this many times here on the channel, that to get a more chiseled, leaner face, you gotta lower your overall body fat percentage. Stop eating so much, monitor your calories, etc. With that said, this last year I kind of discovered this new hack that has just made that process of burning calories just so much more easier. And that's this. Rather than looking at your cardio session as this huge, momentous 45-minute, 60-minute session, try splitting things up. This last year, when I was really trying to get chiseled and lean, there were days where I was fatigued, I was tired, exhausted mentally, physically. And the idea of a big cardio session was intimidating. So what I did was this. At the beginning of each hour upon waking up, I would stop everything I'm doing and go to my little exercise bike and burn 50 calories. And then, it wasn't too bad. It only took me about 3 or 4 minutes, 5 minutes tops if I was like doing it real slow and just kind of chilling. But by doing these little micro exercises at the beginning of each hour, those start to add up throughout the day. So by noon, I've already burned like 200 or 300 calories. It almost feels like cheating in a way. So if you do something similar to this and you monitor your calorie intake every single day, you're gonna notice you're gonna start getting chiseled and that jawline is gonna come in real quick. Number 4, optimize your patchy beard. Now, if you're like me, having a patchy beard is a real struggle. However, I'm kind of in a state where I don't want to have a clean shaven face anymore either. You know, that whole pretty boy clean cut Chuck look is just not the type of look I want to specifically go for. However, since I have the facial hair of pretty much a 14-year-old boy, it kind of puts me in a tough spot. So if you at home are like me, a great way to rock your facial hair in its most optimal state is one of 2 ways. And the only way to figure out which one works best for you is to give them both a try. Number 1, just keep it short, keep it trimmed. Patchiness is much more noticeable with longer beard styles, so by keeping it short, it's gonna end up making it look more full. The second option is a little bit more risky, but it's definitely worth trying out, and that's basically just to do the opposite. Try growing it out. If you do got a more thicker beard, but it's only slightly patchy just in some spots, then in some cases, that hair can actually grow over those patchy, more lagging areas, giving it a nice full appearance. But again, it's a bit risky. I'm at a point where I can't even do this. Mine's actually starting to get a little too long right now. I need to trim mine up today, because when I start growing mine out, it just looks like I'm malnourished or something. Either way though, try both styles out and see which one is most optimal for you. All right, number 5, let's go ahead and shift gears a little here and start, let's hit some more heavy topics, some more integral and more serious topics. You might want to go ahead and grab a pad and pen for this one and write this down. You ready? Grab thy nuts. Now, someone on Instagram the other day asked me this question. He said, how do I gain the courage to go and face rejection? He said, I don't approach any women at all because I'm so terrified of this rejection. And so my response was basically, you know, as a man, you need confidence, right? Confidence is vital, and not just for approaching women, but really for any area of your life. You need that confidence. And the only way to gain true confidence is by failure. You can't avoid failure. You gotta always meet it head on. It's kind of like a paradox, you know? The more you avoid failure, the more of a failure you're just gonna become, because you're never going to attempt anything. You're never gonna try anything. You're never going to achieve anything. So go for it. Grab thy nuts. Or like my mentor Elisha Long says, scoop your nuts, right? And realize that nervousness you feel when you go talk to women, that's just part of being a man. I mean, me personally, I don't think that nervousness ever goes away. I just think you create a better relationship with that nervousness, right? You just, over time, you learn how to approach women regardless of the amount of nervousness that you do feel. And yes, sorry to break it to you, you are gonna have failures along the way. That's just life. But let those failures, let them guide you. Let them direct you. And let those failures show you what not to do next time. And just like anything in life, I mean, you can't have success without failures. Failures are the stepping stones. And last note before we dive into number 6, one thing that someone told me a handful of years ago that really stuck with me, and that helped me out a lot, was a quote. And that person said, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. You know, when that right person comes into your life, it doesn't matter if you stumble upon your words maybe, or if you say a joke that's not charismatic enough or whatever. It doesn't matter. That person is gonna connect with you either way, and it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be God ordained. It's gonna be orchestrated, right? And so when I learned that quote way back when, it helped kind of relieve that pressure off me. And that's why I'm trying to tell it to you guys, to kind of help remove the pressure off you guys. And check this out, when you take that quote and you reverse it, you say it backwards, it also makes sense as well. So yeah, I mean, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, but you also can never say the right thing to the wrong person. When it's the wrong person, anything you say or do, it's not gonna be good enough in their eyes. And that's how you know they're wrong for you. That's how you know this is something that you shouldn't invest yourself in. So keep that in mind. Now, keeping in line with the topic of confidence, a great way to exude that confidence is simply just by talking to a woman as you would a good friend. Simple as that. Elijah Long always uses the abbreviation KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid simple. And it's kind of like a paradox in a way as well. You know, the more you try to be confident, try to be funny, try to do all these things, the more you're gonna come off as just insecure, all over the place. Rather than having all this high energy and acting spazzy, take all that energy and push it down here. Back down in your nuts, right? Just be calm. Remember, the art of chill. One thing I can't stand that I used to do here on YouTube all the time was, you know, the amount of just high energy and me trying to act silly and goofy, and I was straight grilled cheese every single video. Starting off every video with, hey, what's up guys? How you doing? I was trying way too hard, but the moment I realized that I don't need to do any of that and I can just be chill, just be me, the confidence spiked. When I learned the art of being chill by Elijah Long, and I learned just to put that energy back down into my nuts. Even in real life, my conversations with people, with whether it was with men or women, just it vastly improved. And now I was able to listen, and I was able to interact better with these people because my focus was no longer on myself, it was on them. It was no longer on, oh my gosh, what am I gonna say next? Is what I'm gonna say funny enough or charismatic enough? No, man. See, as a man, I realized that you don't need to convince anybody of anything. Just relax, be chill, be you. And I promise you'll be a lot more effective this way. And number 7, now to finish off this video, I want to kind of flip the script a little bit. The other day I had this kind of realization. You know, the one thing I can't stand, not only from just other men's lifestyle YouTube channels, but even mine as well, is every single video is based on what can I get? How can I be more attractive? How can I be more successful? How can I get more women? How can I get more girls to like me and want me? And everything is based on a taking mentality. All the tips are selfish and self-serving. How to please yourself, right? How can I manipulate this girl and get her to do what I want? To get her to sleep with me? How do I get her to treat me like a king? You want to know how to get her to treat you like a king? You treat her like a queen, with respect. So rather than being like every other dude out here, you gotta have a renewing of the mind. Think to yourself, if you had a daughter, how would you want men to treat her? So as a YouTuber, my main goal at this point in life is to teach you guys, teach men, teach all of us how to be givers rather than takers. How to be natural philanthropists. My dad always said, you know, givers get and takers get taken. And this goes with every relationship in life. Whether it's your spouse, whether it's a business relationship, find ways to give, to bless people. That should be your main focus. You know, what can you bring to the table rather than what can you take from the table to benefit your own life? Look, a high quality woman isn't going to care about how many followers you have, you know, what kind of luxurious car that you have, you know, what kind of brands are you rocking. And honestly, she's not gonna care whether you have facial contrast or a lean enough face and all that whoopla. I mean, yeah, that stuff's cool. It's a cool little bonus, but with the right girl, that's not gonna be her primary focus in choosing a man. And check this out, back 50, 100, 200 years and beyond, way back when, you know, women weren't looking for the hot guy, the hot rich guy. They were waiting for God's perfect will and not sleeping with every man who shows her a good time. And that's the type of woman you need to set your bar up to. That's the type of woman that's going to help build you as a man. That'll bring you closer to God. That'll dedicate her life to building a family with you. And that'll be your lifelong best friend. That'll not only submit to you, but help challenge you to be great. With that said, I want to go ahead and finish off this video with a verse from Ephesians 5:25. It says, "Husbands, love your wives, just as Christ loved the church and gave his life for it. So we all like to look at the verse before that that says, wives, submit to your husbands, right? We like that verse. We love that verse, but we forget to really hone in and focus on the part after that. It says, husbands, love your wives. Be willing to lay down your life for her. So, hey, I know this video got pretty intense here, but I appreciate all you who have stayed and watched. You guys already know this is how I like to bring it. The superficial, materialistic stuff is cool, it's fun, but this is the stuff that I really like to dig into, and I just like to keep it real. So, hey, if you guys dug today's video, please give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notifications button. And I'll talk to you on that next video, all right? Peace always.